Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakudash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that's what teaching this truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes in who Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai will deliver these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazaman from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another quick lesson. And Lord willing, today this lesson will be edifying. Today's lesson that I want to go into is going to be based on this article that you see here on the screen. This is from thepeoplesvoice.tv, and the article reads here, UK begins rolling out digital IDs for citizens to prove their status. All right, let's read that again. It says UK begins rolling out digital IDs for citizens to prove their status. And those of us that are in the know, all right, we understand and know that these things that we see in regarding to the digital ID, all right, the entry exit, or excuse me, the entry exit biometric system that they want to establish. Okay, these are all steps that are going to lead up to the MOTB, which we're right around the corner of the MOTB being rolled out, which is written about in Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, which is the RFID microchip. Okay, we're right around the corner. As the scripture says, that the devil shall come down with great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay, and the time is short. All right, the time is very, very short, and the Lord is speeding up the times, which is why you have Donald Trump wanting to, when he's in office, he wants to do something called a semi-quincentennial, which the apostles, was bringing this out yesterday. But a semi means half, and then quincentennial means 50. So a semi-quincentennial is 250, which they want to celebrate the establishment of 250 years of America being established as a nation. You do 1776 plus 250, you get 2026. All right, now it's soon to be seen if we're going to be here in 2026, but if we are, okay, most major empires don't rule more than 250 years. Okay, so the Lord could have it to whereas something big pops off around that time, but that's soon to be seen. Okay, so we're going to read a little bit of this article. Of course, y'all, beginning with the apostles, bishops and elders on down, and brothers that listen, as well as you few sisters, you Akwath. All right, we go into these prophecies and we go into the scriptures to ad nauseum. Okay, and you have other Israelite camps that aren't teaching the fact that the MOTB is the micro C-hip, but we understand and know truly and fully what this is. Okay, and the warning's going out and the trumpet's being blown. So either A, you can take heed to it, or B, you're not going to take heed to it and be destroyed. But at the end of the day, the blood is being taken off of our hands. Okay, so this is it says the British government has begun rolling out digital IDs in the UK, insisting that citizens require the digital identification in order to prove their status and gain access to convenience services. You see, now this is going into the aspect of buying and selling, or your everyday activities. Okay, and in order for you to prove your status, and proving your status goes into it's going to go into a social credit score. Your CO2 footprint. All these things are going to lead and and at the end of the day add up to the MOTB, which is the micro C-hip, which is going to be a worldwide thing that's going to be pushed out. It's just not going to be in America. Okay, it's going to be something that's going to be instituted worldwide. That's why the scripture says that it's the mark of the beast. Okay, and what is the beast? The beast is NATO and the EU. Okay, and it's going to be enforced. All right, the whore that rides upon the beast is America, but America's not the beast. Okay, so it says the Labor government is introducing a digital ID program targeting 250,000 military veterans under a veteran card initiative. Let's read that again. The Labor government is introducing a digital ID program targeting 250,000 military veterans under a veteran card initiative. The dystopian plan is being pitched as a means of simplifying access to services, right, such as NHS healthcare, housing support via the Op Fortitude program, job opportunities, discounted public transportation and other benefits. See, it's going to come as a benefit. You see, when they roll these things out, it's going to come as a benefit in a stance, whereas it's supposed to help you. You see, it's going to give you more. It's going to give you better benefits, as you see, NHS healthcare, housing support via the Op Fortitude program, job opportunities, discounted public transportation. You see, so things are going to be at a discount, and other benefits. You see, what's that scripture say? It says they're going to eat it's in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. I'm trying to remember how it's worded. Idols. Let's see. Food offered idols. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Here you go. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols." With things being offered unto idols. You see, and really that MOTB is an idol. If you want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, it's really an idol that they're offering. You see, because if you take this charagma, okay, you're pretty much establishing yourself, which the digital ID is not the charagma. It's a prelude to what the charagma will be on a grander scale. Okay, remember these elites work in gradualism. Okay, so let's read that again. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you," right, "and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot." You see, so you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna consent. They're gonna consent unto this system. You see, because it's gonna come in the stance of it's gonna come in the stance of being a miracle. You know, and Donald Trump, look at the people that he has in office. You see, he has the right people in office to help him further the whole MOTB system. Okay, verse 70, it says, "For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." So they're going to come down. Eventually, they're going to come down and try to attack those of us that actually are doing this work. Those of us that have been prophesying about this, and even other Israelite camps that aren't prophesying about this, they're going to be caught in the crosshairs too. You see, they're going to be caught in the crosshairs thinking that they're going to be okay because they didn't teach that. As the scripture says that their covenant with death and hell shall be disannulled, as it says in Isaiah the 28th chapter. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none. You see that? But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Okay, it's going to be a great hour and a great temptation. It's going to be a great testing that's going to take place, and all of our faith is going to be tested at that time. Okay, it says, "For they shall waste away and take away their goods, and cast them out of their houses." You see, because in order to be able to operate in this new system that they're getting ready to establish, you're going to have the MOTB. You think that you're going to be able to have an apartment or a house or a mortgage, a car, work? It says that you're not going to be able to buy or sell. So those of us that are going to, Lord willing, the Lord keeps the spirit upon us to be able to reject it. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Al Shai has to place the spirit upon you to reject the MOTB. But do you think that we're going to be able to just still operate in society underneath this system without it? No. We're going to be in the wilderness. We're going to be on the move. But Yahweh Bashem Al Shai has provision already set up for those that fear his name, those that trust in him. You see, as the scripture says, "My servant shall eat and my servant shall drink." It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen. You see, at that point, it's going to be known. It's going to be evident. It's going to be made manifest who Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is truly dealing with. You see, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And we all are going to be tried, man. And we clearly see the system being set up in place to institute this system. And they're going to put it out there like a benefit. You see? And that's going to be part of the miracles, man. You know? It says, however, critics see the rollout as a precursor to implementing. See that? It says, however, critics see the rollout as a precursor. What is a precursor? A precursor is something that you see before, to a degree. You see? To point out before, right? To implementing a broader, controversial digital ID system for all citizens. You see that? They're using it for the veterans, 250,000 veterans, and job opportunities, public transportation discounts, better health care. They're rolling it out, and that, guys. But it's all really a ploy to get people geared up for everybody to accept it. Everybody to accept it. You see? It says they claim veterans are being used as guinea pigs, right? They're being used as guinea pigs to normalize digital IDs, a concept many oppose due to privacy and surveillance concerns. Because with this digital ID system, which is going to lead into the MOTB, you're not going to be able to move freely. You're going to be watched and tracked with everything that you do. All your purchases is going to be watched and tracked. Your every move is going to be watched and tracked. Your thoughts are going to be watched and tracked. You see? It says, adding to the controversy, former Prime Minister Tony Blair has advocated for digital IDs, linking them to improved immigration control. Now, what's one thing that you see going on here? What's one thing that you see going on here in Babylon? There's an issue with immigration. It's an issue with migrants crossing the border. You see? And Donald Trump now wants to set up a digital wall. You see? Let's do Donald Trump digital wall. And this was back in 2020. Silicon Valley jumps into biometric gold rush for Trump's other border wall. And what do you have here? You see a person scanning their fingerprint, which leads into biometrics. A digital wall is pretty much having your biometrics being watched and monitored. Okay? It says critics point out the irony of Blair's involvement, given his prior policies that many argue exacerbated global migration issues. The debate underscores growing public apprehension over the potential long-term implications of digital identification systems. Okay? Let's go down. It says Labor MP Siobhan McDonough stated that digital IDs are inevitably coming, not just for immigration purposes, but also for keeping NHS records, benefit entitlements, and other reasons. You see? The plan is part of a wider effort to introduce digital IDs to the general population. You see that? With the government attempting to normalize the idea despite public concerns and opposition. So they understand and know that with the implementation of this digital ID system, there's going to be opposition that's going to lead. It's going to be opposition that's going to come with it. They already know that. That's why they want to implement order out of the chaos. They want to implement order out of the opposition. That's what it's all about. Okay? And these things are coming quickly. Okay? I'm going to end it off with one scripture. Like I said, I didn't want this lesson to be too long, but the point's pretty much been made. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. You see? And what does it mean? What does it mean to run here? Okay, because a vision is being made plain. Okay? It's no longer a question in regards to what is the most controversial prophecy. It ain't controversial to us because we know what it is. It's controversial to y'all because it's controversial to those of y'all that might want to say that it's the MOTB is sin in all of its forms. You have all these other, you have people at the IUIC changing up the doctrine, changing up what they once taught about the MOTB. You know, they changing their stance because it's clear as day what it truly is, and you see the system is being set up. They like, oh, well, you know, it could be. We definitely see that the system of the microchip, the system of them pushing microchips is being put out, but it ain't the mark of the beast though. And they can never explain to you how sin can stop you from buying and selling. Anyways, that word run in the Hebrew is rawataza. Okay, that word is rawataza, and it says to run, like you physically running, right? Also down here, it says figurative of it says of Yahweh's word. It says figurative of reading smoothly. You see, when we read the scriptures and we read these prophecies, we read it smoothly, man. It's not a rough message to us, man. It's rough to those that don't understand, but it's smooth to us. You see? What's that scripture? It's in Proverbs. It's plain unto the righteous. I believe it's how it goes. Here you go. I believe this is it. Let's see. This is Proverbs 8:7. It says, "For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips." You see? And wickedness is anything that goes against Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai's will. You see, for our mouth, it speaks truth. And the truth comes from, what is the truth? Yahweh Shai is the truth, and he dwells within us, man. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And Yahweh Shai said, what? I am the way, the truth, and the life. You see? Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down, is dealing with us, man. And letting you know what the true message is. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. And there is nothing forward or perverse in them. Okay? It says, they are all plain to him that understandeth. You see? So understanding of the MOTB is going to be plain to those that have understanding. That's why the scripture says, he that hath wisdom, let him count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. But you got to have wisdom to understand that. But you got a group sitting there telling you, that the 603 scoring 6 is talking about the 6 angels, the 6 trumpets, and the 6 vials. But here it is, the Apostle John was seeing a vision in the heavens, but it says that it's a number of a man. Make that make sense. IUIC, make that make sense. It says they are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. You see, it's plain to them that have understanding. That's why we're making this. It says what? Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. And we're at that appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right? Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry. You see? And it's being made plain, man. It's evident that this is the system that they want to set up. Whereas now it's a digital ID being rolled out. But later down the line, that digital ID, which is going to be a physical digital ID system, is going to be embedded in you. That's what they want. Whether you believe it or not, you're being told what it is. Okay? So I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Chakudash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that's what teaching this truth. Much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Until next time, Lord.